what are the things that you all consider when you're deciding to help somebody?
Having to give up a monster burrito from Yella Taco isn't going to ruin my life.
Okay.
But $11 could mean a lot more to someone else.
Okay.
So in that case, right, it's worth doing.
Okay.
Whether the people who are in need of help are actually doing something to make their condition better.
He's driving.
Yeah.
He's looking ahead, and I'm like this.
You just gotta try to change the volume or something.
And I just like this constantly.
And it's actually.
And then there's two other people come over, and we're doing this while he's just looking straight ahead.
So what he would say is that, come on, I'll get you work. Like, I can't just give you money, but I can actually help you and get some work.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And how many people take him up on that? There are things that you can do pretty quickly that will save somebody's life. So I'm one of you in the class, and I'm going like, wait, what are you talking about? So Venezuela is a population of about this average, somewhere at the peak 30 million people. So going back to the past 10 years or so, but about 8 million have emigrated, which means, this is the kind of the nature of the crisis in Venezuela. And the crisis has been caused by quite a number of things. First off, the bottom dropped out of the price of oil, and that just precipitated a crisis. The second thing is there was a coup d'etat, and Hugo Chavez, who was a general in the Venezuelan army, took over and really socialized things. So for the wealthy people in Venezuela, he was that was a really terrible thing. But for poor people, he really moved money around in the Venezuelan economic system so that people at the bottom had access to more money. And that was great when there was plenty of oil. But then when the bottom dropped out of the price of oil, then that was a problem, right? And then he died, and then, his successor followed similar policies. But the United States there's an embargo against Venezuela. There's all sorts of things. So it's really, so it's just really difficult, okay? About 15 million people in Venezuela living in what was considered to be extreme poverty, which is, that's pretty intense in a country that is really a wealthy country, or was very wealthy in a short period of time. And that's, it's just something to be thinking about with any country. But go to the next slide. So this is something that David was saying on the slide the other day, or on the stream on Tuesday. And imagine minimum monthly salary, bro, $5. $5. And things aren't inexpensive. Right, you're gonna get a half dozen eggs are gonna cost you $1, right? And for me, I go by the price of beer. Everywhere I go, it's like when I want to know, hey, how far is $1 gonna get me? It's like, well, what's the average beer cost? And so that's pretty intense. So professionals and technicians and managers. So college professors would be somewhere in between those two. So imagine what we're looking at, okay? So you watched the stream the other day in the conversation with David and Lucha.
Nos encontramos cerca de aquí el otro día y estuvimos charlando acerca de Venezuela y su vida y todo. Y David y Lucha me dijeron que, oye, sí sería bien para si ellos hablar con ustedes. Y Lucha aquí es una muchacha muy, muy, muy linda, muy divertida. Entonces yo digo, oye, clase, ustedes tienen que conocer Lucha. David también, porque es padre de Lucha, ¿ok? Mira, entonces vamos a empezar con David.
What are the things that you all consider when you're deciding to help somebody? Like them?
I mean, I know a lot of people like to talk about no free handouts. I don't believe in that. As in, I don't believe in the concept of anti-free handouts. I think helping people is a good thing. I guess just if I'm able to, it's a good thing for me to do if it has no particular adverse effect on me.
Uh-huh.
So if Like $5 to me is not a life-changing amount of money. It's not going to adversely affect me. Having to give up a monster burrito from Yella Taco isn't going to ruin my life.
Okay.
But $11 could mean a lot more to someone else.
Okay.
So in that case, right, it's worth doing.
Okay. All right.
And so that's pretty much the main.
So if it doesn't have too much of a negative impact on you.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Might as well throw people a bone.
Okay. How about someone? Tarishi, how about you?
For me, a big part of that is whether the people who are in need of help are actually doing something to make their condition better. As in, like, if someone's poor, but they're not actually trying to improve their condition by working, and they just hope that someone would come and help them, I wouldn't. Like, if they're actually trying to make their situation better, and if they need help with that, I would help them.
You're walking down the street and you're like, hey, are you assessing? Like, okay, that person looks like they're really trying to help themselves and that person not. And like, how do you manage that in India? Because you have money, right? I mean, you come from money because you're here. So relative to that, this is more like India for poor people in India, right?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely valid. For example, a big thing that happens is when you go to temples or something, there'll be a lot of people asking for money outside temples. And like, if you see that like someone is completely like capable and like they're just still like sitting there begging the whole day, then it doesn't make sense. Like, you could just go and work and make your own money. But if someone is like, they're handicapped or like they have some issues, like physical issues or something, and you can see that and you realize that, oh, no, they like actually need my help, then I would give money to them. But but if like I see a child who's like begging or something, I would still give money to them because I understand that they're probably forced by their parents or something to do that, and they cannot actually earn their own money. So that's how I go about it.
Okay. Tanush, how about you? What's your strategy?
Yeah. So I've seen other people follow this strategy as well. A lot of times when you're in the car and you're at a signal or like a traffic light, people would come up to you, like homeless people would come up to you, and in India we call them beggars. So it's not like homeless people. So, but anyway, yeah. So they'd ask for money and all that. But generally, like a policy that people might follow, I've seen people follow, is like if they're trying to sell you something, maybe like they're trying to sell you like a book, or like they're trying to sell you like they're trying to wash your car or something. Then you kind of give them money. Or like, you be like, no, I don't want the book, but you keep this money or something like that. But if they're just begging, then some people be like, they're going to be using this to like buy alcohol or something like that and not make a use of themselves.
What? And when you talk about people coming up in their cars, like this is like in Haiti. So my experience in India is very much like my experience in Haiti or in different places where I've been. Like in Haiti, you stop at a traffic light, you could have 6 or 7 or 8 kids come around your car, man. And once you roll the window down, I mean, hang on. If you're driving in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince, every traffic light, everywhere you stop, that car, there are people that are going to come up around the car. And the moment you roll the window down, it's like now you got 3 or 4 hands in the car, right? Yeah. So I want to be really clear that when you say that, this isn't like you're going down College Avenue and you get to Garner Street and there's one person there, but you don't see anybody else. So, okay, so every place you go, like how do you do it? When do you roll your window down? When do you not? Like how do you manage that?
Yeah, it's so often that where you keep your bottle in the car, we have that bottle always filled with coins. So like usually we just get those coins from like when you go to the temple or whatever. We just put coins there, so then it's like real easy to like give it to them. That's kind of how frequent it is. But but yeah, it's just like but then you don't always roll your window down as well. Sometimes they're like that decision is just kind of up to the moment.
Yeah. Up to what do you mean?
Like sometimes they're really like trying to like get you to open the window or whatever. It's really bad, but you're kind of almost judging whether they need it or not in that moment. And sometimes there's this awkward moment where you're trying to like just look ahead, not look at them.
Dude, go ahead. Look ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is what it's like, right? He's driving.
Yeah.
He's looking ahead, and I'm like this.
You just gotta like, try to like change the volume or something.
And I'm just like this constantly.
And it's actually.
And then there's two other people come over, and we're doing this while he's just looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking
Sometimes
about.
you don't have the coins as well, so yeah.
Yeah, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Vedant, how about you? What's your? So the question, if I go back, how do you consider when you're going to help someone or not help someone?
So like I actually like agree with all three of them, because if I talk about like helping in India particularly, so what we do is that we usually have like food and like chips packets and like biscuit packets in our car, and we give those away when we like see like the beggar come up to us.
Wait, so when you're going somewhere in your car, you'll make sure that you have some packets of some food in there.
Yeah, we make sure we have some.
You just have some, because that's just part of driving in India.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. No, that's right. No. It's like in Haiti, always in different places where I've been. Always, you have like the place for your cups. It's filled with coins. You always have money, man. So you always have food.
Yeah, so that is like one of the things that we do. And apart from that, like obviously if we see like someone is like handicapped or something and is not like capable of working, then it kind of like wants us to like help them. So that is what we do. And apart from that, what my dad does these days is like if he sees like a man come up to us who's like healthy and like is like fit to work, so what he would say is that, come on, I'll get you work. Like I can't like just give you money, but I can like actually help you and get some work. So.
And how many people take him up on that?
I mean, it's actually pretty low. Like no one is ready to work. There's like, because recently this incident happened with me wherein like a beggar came up to us, and then my dad was like, come on, I can like give you a certain amount of money to like wash my car every month. And he straight up says no. Like.
But at the same time though, if I push back on that, it's kind of difficult, right? Because if you're asking for money, usually you're going to go to the same intersection always. It's going to be near your home, right? If you're a beggar, let's say, right? And then to say, okay, hang on. Well, first off, what am I going to do? I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to go somewhere like once a month to do that. It's where am I going? How much am I going to get? That's complicated too, right? So, okay. So what's interesting for me as a story, this is first off, this is the everyday moral crisis, right? So for you all, and you've been to India, so you got it. For you all, every day it's a moral crisis, every day. Because, dude, you're not hurting for money or for food, for food, man. You look at you, you're fine, right? You got the four of you have way more than you need. I have way more than I need. So, to what degree do you see it as a moral crisis? Do you were saying like it's hard, man. You're driving down the street, you got people, they're hungry. Some people maybe not, but you just know they are, and like it just. Yeah. Does anyone want to comment on it? Everyday moral crisis. Because there's a way, by the way, for all of us. It's an everyday moral crisis. Because I'm telling you that every one of you, I can point you, there are things that you can do pretty quickly that will save somebody's life. Literally. Okay? So I have had the experience in my life where I've been in situations where there are people who are alive because I took action. And I didn't have to take action, but I took action. And so any of us can be in there. I can point you to place. You could go have the experience where you literally will save someone's life. Do you want to do that? The everyday moral crisis. Are you Muslim? Are you Christian? Are you Jewish? Are you Buddhist? Like, what are you? Are you an atheist? It's like, you know, like, dude, like we're just.
Man, that's a bad scene.
Yeah, that's all right, man. I'm just sitting here, right? So I'm one of you in the class, and I'm going like, like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, wait, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? This is an everyday moral crisis. It's just that you all, the three of you in particular, but you, when you go back to the motherland, you deal with it every single day because you know what I'm talking about. You can easily go save someone's life. It doesn't take much. Within a few hours, you know what you could do to go save a life. But there are 1.4 billion people in India. So does anyone have anything they would add? They would comment on that, or?
I mean, it really feels bad when you're like walking down the street. You see these people and you feel really, I feel really, really bad. And
what's the bad? What do you mean you feel bad?
I feel bad because like, okay, so like obviously I don't give to every single beggar I see on the street.
Yeah, and you couldn't, right? You couldn't.
I like if I really wanted to.
No, dude, you would empty your bank account.
Yeah, I would empty my bank account. But
and
like,
within a day.
Yeah, so then right, you have to like pick and choose who to give to and who not, and then that feels bad because you can't give to everyone you meet, but you could give to a lot more than you end up giving to.
Yeah, like that sweatshirt that you're wearing, bro. That sweatshirt, if you didn't buy that, you could have saved someone's life.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's not that complicated for how you would have taken that money and saved someone's life. But you did. This shirt, I bought this shirt. I didn't have to buy this shirt.
Yeah.
Someone else? Do you want it?
So talking about like the moral crisis, I feel like it's really tough for us because like sometimes we go on just we really want to like help people in India, and we like go out and like distribute like winter kits, for example. So for example, if we have like 50 winter kits in our hand, so we go on and like distribute it all. But then there comes like one kid who comes after all the things have been like distributed. Yeah. So the joy that we get by giving like things to like 50 people versus the sadness that we get by not giving that to that one kid, it really like burdens me personally.
Yeah.
Like it takes away the joy of like giving to 50.